Well, hello there, folks, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy. It's Zell58, and last we left off, we were prepping for this cavern, or cave, to fight the vampire. He doesn't even have a name. How sad is that? This is how pathetic he's gonna be. You're gonna run into a lot of random encounters, and they're not necessarily gonna be easy. I'd probably say stay away from using magic for the first two legs of this journey, because we are going to take little breaks. Basically, when you start off this map, there's like 5 different directions you can go. Obviously, there's only one right way to go. However, we're going to go get some treasure right off the bat. So, I'm just going to use the strategy of going one way, get the item, get out, use a tent, heal up, save, and then go to another leg of the dungeon, and so on and so forth, until I'm ready to go to the boss area. So, make sure you're prepared, make sure you have plenty of antidotes and potions, and a couple of those gold needles, just in case you do end up getting stoned. Alright. So right down here, we have our first treasure. What is it? What could it be? Oh, it's a boss. Well, not a boss. No, kinda. It's a treasure boss. Our pressure plate random encounter of anacondas. Not too bad. They can poison you, so just be careful. Do a good amount of damage. 11 on the monk. Well, yes, if they hit Ishan, then you'd be fine. But Flash or Katie or Zell, ouch, yeah. Only one. Nothing to worry about. Easy. Didn't really gain much experience or Jill from that. That's fine. Because we got 1975 Jill. And there's another pressure plate fight right here. So either way, we're going to fight a boss. But we here have the Noma, I guess. I'm sure the G is silent. J is silent. It's either jogging or yogging. I don't know. Anyways, the Noma here is much harder than the actual boss you're going to face at the end of this. So, if you want a good challenge, you can face him. He gives good experience, and Jill, he's not too hard to kill, but he does pack a wallop. He will be the treasure boss for a lot of these fights. He'll be the treasure boss for many of these treasures. I think that's close enough to what I meant to say there. But, yeah, he can be quite a pain, and just gotta make sure you stay up on your health. So the random encounters, they're not so hard in this leg of the journey. It isn't until you get to the 3rd floor to where the fights get real tough. Well, the enemies get tougher. Let me rephrase that. I haven't had a battle yet to where like I only have one party member left, and it's like, oh god, I could fail this. It's just more of a annoyance. So, let's say the difficulty. Ooh, I should be rating difficulties on these dungeons. Not as hard as the Marsh Cavern, but can still be very annoying. I feel like the encounter rate's higher here than it is there. Probably say this dungeon's just difficult because of all the random encounters. So, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably like a 6. And the Marsh Cave was probably like an 8. No, probably a 9. No, 10. You won't really face much harder than that, or face it to the point to where you're going to have to grind so much. But if you want to fight these Nomas, then that's good. You'll get a little challenge out of them. Ouch! 100 on 15 defense. That guy hurts. But cool, our warrior's starting to do 3 hits. So his attack's gone up. Looking forward to that with the monk. He does 4 hits now, but he should be getting up to like 6 soon. Hopefully. We'll see. Yeah, you face so many random encounters in here. You know, I tend to say this every time. I tend to talk about me editing this stuff, but I probably edited 20 minutes worth of random encounters out of this video. Just to give you an idea of how many fights you're going to run into. So some of these edits are pretty bad from what I'm seeing, and some are not so bad. But yeah, if you're like, hey, why aren't you running into so many battles? Well, it's because I'm just editing that stuff to save some time. So just went ahead and went back up to the world map, used a tent. Now here comes the harder leg of the journey, just because this is more of a maze, and I don't really remember. I've only done this part like once or twice, so I'm just kind of adventuring. Anything I don't catch here, I'll get on my way back. I'm not too worried about it. Die, Minotaur. What is nice about this this dungeon is, you know, it does help from having to, you know, just take time to grind on your own. You know, you'll just be running into these random encounters. And as far as magic use is concerned, you don't really, the boss, you won't really have to use any on, so if you choose, you know, just these tarantulas, I could have used fire too, just walloped them and then moved on. Or, you know, like you'll run into some undead creatures, so, you know, throw a Dia 1, you have heal 1, might as well, like, use up the white or red mage's, you know, level 1 ability. Just clear out whenever you have undead enemies. At about this point, you should have like 6 charges. Yeah, that should be easy. Not only that, but you know, at this point in the game with me, I've been using potions way more than the white mage healing because I want to keep those spell levels available just in case purposes. I do find that funny in this version opposed to later versions of this game where you actually have MP. Yeah, I think I'm more conservative with my spells when I know I can only use one spell like 3 times before I have to rest it in. Oh, ethers made the game so much better. Well, easier. Less of a challenge when you can just restore your MP. Where am I going? Say something over here? Yeah, I bet there is. Yeah, there's something. Okay. What's in here? I think. Oh, cool. 3 chests. Coral sword, cool. Tent, cool. And 330 gil, cool. Nothing really we needed, but whatever. Treasure's treasure. Here we go, the next leg of this journey, and like I said, the hardest one. Gargoyles. And at least they're not too hard. It's just annoying when you face so many. I think when you face more than 3 enemies, I think the battle's more annoying than difficult. It's just like, you just want to get your hits in. You want to hope that your party hits the enemies before they go, just so you don't have to sit through such a long fight. Ugh. This game does test your patience. I don't know if in the later versions, I'm sure they lowered the encounter rate because this just gets ridiculous sometimes. I'd rather have harder random battles and harder bosses than, a lot of random encounters that, just mildly annoy me. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice. Alright, cool. Now comes the fun part. Like I said, always be on your guard, make sure you're nice and healed up at all times. Because... why did I use that? Okay. Because the fights get harder. And at level 14 here, I do, still... I have a little bit of difficulty, so if you're a little bit lower than me, be very cautious. Let's see, let's start up here. So the boss is counterclockwise, so if you go in counterclockwise, you'll get to him eventually. we find some psycho demons. Remember, they're weak to physical attacks as well as they are strong physical fighters. You wouldn't think that. They look like wizards, but, you know. Whatever. This is before, I guess, the stereotypes were established. Nowadays, you see somebody with a staff and you just assume that, you know, they're a magic user. Why is that? That's funny. I guess walking staff, a weaker physical person, but maybe still a strong mind. I don't know. Interesting thing going on there. Let's see here. Cool, 3,400 Jill. Let's see. Another random fight. Yes! Love it. Werewolves. I hate werewolves. I wish I had a thief just for this part. I do wish I could go like the, you know, Final Fantasy V or, you know, Final Fantasy III route of just being able to switch my classes on the fly. Well, with Final Fantasy III, you have to go through so many battles before it really like goes into effect, but still. Because I would definitely be changing, you know, my Black Mage. My Flash would have been my like all-around user. Ishan would still be my my warrior. I'd still use the monk for offense and always have a white mage for just in case, like this battle. But yeah, I tend to play like that. How about you guys? Like, when you can, you know, pick any class you want, but you know, keep a fairly standard team, or would you be like switching up your party almost every other fight? I guess it all depends on the situation. But, yeah. Final Fantasy V does sound fun. Got so much other stuff going on though. Last thing I need to do is take on another Let's Play, and I really don't even have time to take on one Let's Play. Gotta finish this, Randall Hearts, and do need to get back to Final Fantasy X. I have no excuse not to finish that. It's not like Breath of Fire 2 that keeps on glitching out on me. But I have a solution for that too, so I might be able to fix that sooner rather than later. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not saying anything official yet. Enemy strikes first. No, just let me kill you. You know you're not gonna win. Oh. Should have thought about this before making the Let's Play. Do you remember how many random encounters you went through? And of course, I'm also tempted to do Final Fantasy II since it's on the same CD. And that's a good game. I really like that game. I think that's probably the second most underrated Final Fantasy. First one being Final Fantasy V. Although Final Fantasy V has a weird storyline. I don't know, what do you guys think is the most underrated Final Fantasy game? Let me know. Give me your reasons. Be cool. We used to always say that, you know, Final Fantasy VI was the most underrated game, but it seems like now people understand how good of a game it is. They've discovered it, and, you know, there's that. Let's see here. What's that? Does the bat look different? No. Oh, stupid Zell. Stupid Zell. This is like the Norma cave. All these like random like pressure plate areas. And it's just like Norma after Norma. This was not smart of me. There's not even treasure in here. At least like put like 10 treasure chests in there, so you're like, oh, but I really want that treasure, but I'm gonna have to stand through how many of these fights? You know, they should have like the gauntlet. Key. Freaking bats. Why are there bats everywhere in this game? It makes sense in this cave with the vampire, right? That makes sense. I didn't want to run. I want to use a potion. Controller glitches out of me like that sometimes. But yeah, bats are everywhere. You'd think it had something to do with the storyline. Who knows? Who knows? 84 on Ishan. Man, okay, I'm just sounding like a crotchety old man right now. Just like, this is that is this. I'm sorry. I just want you to die. There you go. Take the hammer to the face. Give me 768 Jill. Gonna need it. Gotta replace all these potions I'm using. Dang, he took a whooping. I think they all have pretty good defense. Okay, it was just another freaking bat. It looked different. Treasure here. Yeah, why was I not surprised there was a pressure boss there? That's fine. Alright, Norma, showing you what's up. Punch to the dome. Knife to the crotch. Sword to the torso. Hammer to the balls. That's right. Told him exactly where everything was going. I need like high potions. This is ridiculous. To be fair, your HP never goes, maxes at 999, so you're not going to have really high experience or HP, but at the same time, I wish I had higher potions at this point in the game. So I wouldn't have to use, like 10 just to heal up one character. Sure, we'll get there at some point. Ugh. So yeah, when I record this stuff, the size of the file is so ridiculously big. This one, it was this episode and last episode was one recording, and it was about 55 minutes, and it was 60 gigabytes. And of course, after I do all the editing and all that stuff, it goes down to like 1 gigabyte. Just don't know what takes up so much space. Here we go. We have the vampire that's causing all this trouble in the land. Doesn't even have a name. Makes me sad for him. I feel bad, especially since we can kill him in like one round. Yeah, kill it with fire. I'll use Dia 1. And let's see here. Will Miss Katie86 finish him? Yes, she will. Pathetic. Pathetic. Took 3 attacks. Really, the villagers were scared of that guy? I was expecting something a little tougher, folks. Maybe bring it on next time. We get the Star Rupee, which we can give to that little titan in the cave, and he will let us talk to the sage. Let's just get out of here. I do not want to deal with these guys. I'm going to end the episode here, and then next episode I'll meet you outside of the dungeon. But like I said, we will be coming back here because there's a little plate over here that we can't activate yet until we do the next leg of things. So let me heal up here, and well, I guess I'll say my goodbyes. Folks, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, appreciate, favor, share on the Twitters, and just love the support. Supporting the Underground is always a positive thing. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.